Good morning, class. In the last video clip, we were reading the very first paragraph of the story, in which we found that the protagonist or the most important central character is introduced by the writer, and he was an attractive, handsome young man but without income, and his physical description is also there in detail. Now the second paragraph I read. To make matters worse means very bad. To make matters worse, he was in love. So the protagonist is in love and he has no income. Okay. The girl he loved was Laura Merton. Now this is the entry of the second character of the story, who is the beloved of the protagonist, who is Erskine, and her name is Laura Merton. Who is she? She is the daughter of a retired colonel. Colonel is an officer of a high rank, high level in the army. Though the spelling is Colonel, the pronunciation is Colonel. So Laura Merton is the daughter of a retired colonel who had lost his temper and his digestion in India. Now this reference to India suggests that he was a colonial officer in India when India was ruled by the British. We were the slaves of the British. India was a colony of the British. So this is the reference to the colonial period of India. So this girl, Laura Merton, is the daughter of a retired army officer who had served in India. And what had happened to him in India is that who had lost his temper. Temper is angry nature, temperament of a person, and his digestion in India. Digestion, metabolism, So because of the extreme weather conditions in India, it's very difficult for the Western people to survive in India. So this is we can say a side effect of their colonialism. So he had lost his temper and his digestive system he had lost in India. So this is again the humorous style, sarcasm, and had never found. So this is how the character is portrayed by the writer. Each and every character, the features are given in one or two lines or in one or two words, mostly because this is a short story. But we come to know so many things about the characters with the help of a few words that were specially chosen by the writer. The girl he loved was Laura Merton, the daughter of a retired colonel who had lost his temper and his digestion in India. So in this line, the writer is talking about two people, and he's giving us the characteristics, features of two people. One is the girl Laura Merton and her father, Colonel Merton, and had never found either of them again. So he had lost his temper, metabolism in India, and then he never found that again, that balance of body and mind. He never got again, though he returned to London, England. Now coming back to the heroine of the story, Laura adored him. To adore is a verb That means to love and admire somebody or something very much. Okay, so that is adore. Laura adored him means she loved him a lot. She liked him a lot. She admired him a lot. Whom? The protagonist, Hui Erskine. Laura adored him and he was ready to kiss her shoestrings. To kiss somebody's shoestrings, पायाजवळ लोटांगण घालणे, or extreme love, extreme adoration, or extreme admiration for somebody. To be greatly influenced by somebody. So both of them, they adored each other and they loved each other, they admired each other, Laura and Hui. So this is their relationship. They were the handsomest couple in London. So the setting, now we got the setting of the story. The place where the story or the events related to that take place, and that is London. They were the handsomest, they were the most beautiful, attractive couple in London and had not a penny piece between them. But the next part of the line suggests that they are without money. Though they are handsome and they are very cute with each other, they love each other, but the problem is money. The colonel was very fond of Hui. And the next thing in their relationship is that the colonel, Laura's father, was very fond of, to like somebody, was very fond, admire somebody, fond of Hui. Her father also liked Hui, but would not hear of any engagement. But the father does not like that his daughter should get engaged, marry a person like Hui, because he has no job, he has no fixed income, etc. Now, in this short paragraph, the writer is taking us towards the conflict in the story. We are not only reading the story and trying to find out the characters, but we are also trying to find out the story structure, how the plot develops. Now this plot is how the arrangements are arranged, how the incidents are arranged. Now the writer in this very short paragraph puts forth in front of us the issue, the conflict, the problem of the story. And what is that? Laura's father is against the engagement of Hui with his daughter Laura, because though Laura is beautiful, she loves Hui, who is very handsome. He also loves her, adores her, and the colonel also likes Hui Erskine, but he does not want his daughter to get engaged, to get married to Hui, because the problem is money, because the problem is a fixed salary. Come to me, my boy, when you have got 10,000 pounds of your own. Now this is a dialogue between the colonel and Hui Erskine. Come to me, my boy. So he is calling him my boy. When you have got 10,000 pounds of your own. So he is telling, the father of the girl is telling the handsome young man who is his daughter's lover, that you can come to me to ask my daughter's hand when you have got 10,000 pounds of your own. So it says when you have got this much of amount earned by your own. Pound is the unit of currency in Great Britain, and 1 pound, which is also known as pound sterling, is equal to 99.07 of the Indian rupees. So you can now count the amount, 10,000 pound into rupees. So how much amount is that? How vast amount is that? So he wants, the colonel wants that his future son-in-law must have 10,000 pounds in his bank account, and then only he will be ready to the daughter's engagement to such a man. and we will see about it. About it means about the engagement, he used to say. And he looked very glum on those days and had to go to Laura for consolation. Glum means very sad or unhappy or feeling dejected. Now, this is the conflict, and this makes the protagonist of the story very much unhappy. Come to me, my boy, when you have got 10,000 pounds of your own, and we will see about it, he used to say. And he looked very glum on those days and had to go to Laura for consolation. Consolation, comfort, Santvanna. So then he used to see his girlfriend, beloved, and he used to get some kind of comfort in her company. So this is the in terms of the story structure or the elements of a short story, this much is the exposition, this much is the introduction part of the story. Now what we have seen in this exposition or introduction section is that we got three characters introduced here. One is the protagonist, who is kind, who is very handsome and attractive young man, and he has tried many jobs but could not continue a single job, and now he is jobless without money, and he lives by the amount sent by his old aunt annually. But he is in love. To make matters worse, now this is the problem, he is in love, and he is in love with Laura Merton, who is the daughter of Colonel Merton, who is a retired army officer, and he had also served in India, and there he had lost his temper and digestion. So these are the three characters. And what kind of relationship is between Laura and Hui Erskine is that they adore each other, they respect each other, they love each other, and but there is the problem, but the father is not ready for their engagement because the young man has no money, and there is one condition, and the condition is the problem in the story, that is the conflict in the story. And what is the father's condition for their engagement or for their marriage? Laura's father's condition is that he says, come to me, my boy, means come for the engagement to my daughter when you have got 10,000 pounds of your own. So to have 10,000 pounds for a jobless person is the conflict in the story. So because it's difficult to upload longer videos or longer clips, I am making it short, and for the time being we have discussed the exposition part of the story, the introduction part of the story, and we come to know some features of the characters, and we have come to know that the setting of the story is London. We'll continue in the next clip. Thank you.